welcome to the Quest Forums channel. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different here today because I have a friend named George Maines, and he's recently written this book, Assurance of Heaven. He gave me this review copy and asked that I check it out. And after going through it, I just wanted to share it with everyone because I think it's a pretty good one. I think it's definitely worth picking up. It's interesting in a lot of Christian publishing that it's kind of, I would say, boiled down into two camps, really. On the one hand, you have very academic, theological works, and on the other, you have things that are much more accessible, and they're kind of for spirituality or self-help almost. And what I find interesting about George's book is that it's actually kind of sits in both camps, where it is very approachable. He shares a lot of his personal experiences and his own spiritual growth, and he just writes in a way where you really feel like you're being spoken to by a person, which in a lot of writing you just don't get. But he's talking about very high concepts, in fact, the highest concept, and how it is that we can achieve salvation. The point being, of course, that we can't achieve it, we can't earn it for ourselves, but it's given to us by Christ, and that once we have it, then we're secure in Him, and that we can know that we are free from the penalty of sin. And what I therefore find interesting about this book is that it really is something that is valuable for everyone. That if someone does not have a relationship with God and they are wondering how it is that they could enter heaven, this book will explain it. It will go through the fact that we can't do it on our own, and that Christ came in order to pay the penalty for our sin and to make it so that we can be forgiven. And he goes in depth on that. That will be valuable for people. For those who maybe think that they are on the right track. They're not really questioning it, but perhaps they should be because they're trying to do it by self-effort that's going to disappoint them at some point in time. Here they're going to find why they should not be leaning on themselves, but on Christ. For people who are believers, but are perhaps struggling with their faith, wondering if they have done something in order to lose God's love, again, in this book, they're going to find that no, they haven't, because it's perfect and it's eternal. And finally, for those who do have that perfect assurance, they're still going to learn things here too about how they can share that message of God's love with the people around them. So I really do think it has an audience that includes everyone, ultimately. And I give it my highest recommendation. I really hope that people are going to pick this book up and they're going to learn a lot from it. And so if you are interested in grabbing a copy for yourself, you can head over to Amazon. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. And if you do order one, please consider also going back after you've read it in order to leave a rating and a review, because that will really help raise the profile of the book and get it in front of even more people. Thanks very much for considering doing this and also for checking out this video today. And until next time, keep looking up.